Hello and welcome to Tip Tuesday. My name is Adam Waymer. I am Director of Customer Success here at IndySoft, and today I want to take you through our employee time log. It's a feature that's been in the software for a very long time, and we just don't know if everyone's really aware of it. So today's going to be a brief walkthrough of what it could do and some potential use cases for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with discussing some potential use cases. You might have a desire to have people clock in and clock out to work. That's something you can do with the employee time log. Or, hey, I was in IndySoft for an hour doing this thing, and you want to keep it as just a record for someone to know what they did. You can also time into the events. That's what I think the most powerful use case is. You might have a particular event where technician A goes in and works on it, then technician B works on it, and I'm going to show you the ability to add in those multiple time log entries. I think in particular one use case for that I had was where we looped through the time log entries for a customer, and then we output that to an accounting system because technician A's rate was different than technician B's rate, and we wanted the hourly rates to properly reflect in the billing system. So there's some really powerful functionality you can get out of this, but today is just going to be basically showing you how to access it and give you some tips to hopefully make you think about how it might be useful for you. Alright, so to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is launch Employee Time Log, which usually you would find under Options on your side panel under Employee Time Log. Now, if you don't have that, I'm going to show you really quickly how to add it. On your home panel, right click and choose Edit Current Layout Side. This is going to bring out the layout builder for this side panel here. And you've probably seen us do this in a variety of videos, but I always like to do it just if we need to add something so everyone's aware. Type in what you're trying to add, just give it a name, whatever you want to call it, and then search for what that might be. This is called Employee Time Log. Double click, and now it's a hyperlink, and that's true for anything you might ever want to add in there. I'm not going to save that because I already have it available, so let's open Employee Time Log. Alright, so once I launch in here, there's a couple of things we want to look at. Number one, I can filter this based on individual employees, individual companies, whatever your breakdown might be. You might have groups of workers that work in company A, you want to look at their time entries. You might have groups of workers in company B. Just different ways of varying the data. You can always select all, and it will pull everyone up. And again, you can also specify by range. You don't necessarily want to return every record that exists ever. You're just trying to look at certain data. So you'll notice we have a month view, a week view, day view, traditional sort of calendar you might, expect. The view that I think is most beneficial is the grid view, because what I can see here is a log of all the entries, and then what I can do is export that out to Excel. So I have all the filtering options and the grid options you might want to control and modify and review by, but then this export allows me to put it in Excel to do even more data manipulation. So that's where I primarily look at things and review things. That's the one that is the simplest for me, because I personally like filtering by all and then narrowing down certain employees and just seeing what those people might be working on. But that's where you view it. Not much use if you haven't ever entered data. So how do we enter in time logs? Close this real quick. If I come over to Options, I have an Add to Employee Time Log hyperlink, which is the same way you add it if you didn't have the regular view. If I click this, I'm going to have a manual entry for a time log. Say, I was in IndySoft for an hour reviewing reports. Something like that. Nothing associated with the company and ID. I'm just putting in a log of what I did when I was in there, for whatever reason. So now I have that. You'll see it show up in the employee time log. That's one way of using it. Another way, like I mentioned earlier, was associating it with an event, which I feel is probably the most powerful use of it. So I'm going to launch a calibration event. Our stock configuration comes with this total time and this icon, little magnifying glass. If you never noticed or pay attention to it, it's usually there, or you might have stripped it out because you didn't need it. You would add that in workflow configuration the same way you edit a layout as I showed on the home panel, just for your event layout. But I'm going to go ahead and click this, and I'm going to start adding in some records. So I worked on this for 5 hours, and then, let's see, someone else came in. Angelina came in, she worked on it for 2 hours, and I can enter a note. So let's say maybe she did it first. She said cleaned, off one finger there, cleaned asset and prepped for calibration, whatever whatever cleaning might need to take place. It took her 2 hours. It was a complicated piece of equipment. And then I was the one that went in there and I did the calibration. So I hit OK. My total time adjusts to the 7 hours, which was what 5 and 2 combined. So I have an accurate event time to look at what happened on this event, how long it took the employee to do the work, and I would just finish it, and all that would be stored with the asset and in the employee time log. So that's the basic use of the employee time log, is how to put that information in. You see now I have my record just of the 5 hours that I did on it. It's a powerful tool, but it's flexible. So if you found some particular use, or you really like this and you want to enhance the reporting on it, you can always build custom reports based on this, because the data is stored in the database, and like anything in our database, you can build a custom report for it. If you've got questions, if you have thoughts, please, again, don't hesitate to reach out to support@IndySoft.com. We love any sort of feedback we can get. I hope that's helpful. Hope you like it. Again, reach out to us for anything you need, and have a great day.